I don't know what else to say. If you keep your money in the bank, listen up. Your savings could be at risk. The banking system is once again under extreme stress. And after last year's banking crisis, the dangers are clearer than ever. Car loans defaulting, credit card debt ballooning, commercial real estate on the brink of collapse. And there aren't just red flags, they are sounds of a financial ticking time bomb. But there is a safe and easy way to protect your financial future with precious metals, gold. Gold is a biblical currency. Gold is outside the government's reach, safe from economic policies that jeopardize your wealth. Gold allows you to lock in today's values in the face of tomorrow's uncertainty. Don't wait for the next headline, crash, bank run, etc. But do this. Act now. Constant Noble Gold Investments. Today. Safeguard your tomorrow. Go to www.pastorpaulgold.com. That's www.pastorpaulgold.com, or pick up the phone and call them at 877-646-5347. If you roll over that 401k or start up a gold or silver IRA, they'll give you this 1/4 of an ounce gold coin. You know how much gold is right now is high, so 1/4 of an ounce, and they'll give it to you for free. Just go right now to www.pastorpaulgold.com. All right, guys.
Sweden formally became the 32nd member of NATO on Thursday, nearly 2 years after submitting its initial application to the military alliance. Earlier in the day, the Swedish government announced an extraordinary meeting to vote on NATO membership, after receiving approval from all existing members. Later on Thursday, NATO officially confirmed the news, with Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg stating that Sweden was now, quote, taking its rightful place at our table. Quote, Sweden's ascension makes NATO stronger, Sweden safer, and the whole alliance more secure. I look forward to raising their flag at NATO headquarters on Monday, he added. This week, Swedish Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson traveled to Washington, D.C. to submit the final documents for Sweden's NATO membership. The country initially applied to join NATO in May of 2022, a shift from its long-standing policy of military non-alignment, dating back to the Napoleonic Wars, CNBC reported. Finland joined NATO in April of the previous year, also in response to Russian President Vladimir Putin's invasion of Ukraine. Both Helsinki and Stockholm concluded that following Russia's full-scale invasion in February of 2022, their nations were no longer secure on their own and sought alliance membership a few months later. The accession process for Sweden faced delays from NATO members Hungary and Turkey, with both nations casting their votes in favor of Sweden's membership this year. Approval from all existing members is a prerequisite for joining the alliance, which operates on the key principle that an attack on one of the members is considered an attack on all of them.
The world is experiencing an alarming series of apocalyptic events, historic weather disasters, earthquakes, droughts, wildfires, impending economic collapse, the rise of AI. In Revelation 9:11, Pastor Paul Begley and Pulitzer-nominated journalist Troy Anderson investigate if these are the true signs of the end times. Is this the final meeting of current events and prophecy referred to in the Bible? Revelation 9:11. Order it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Target.com.
Two Ohio women, Lauren Furlow, 55 years old, and Karen Kasbaum, 63 years old, are facing charges of theft and gross abuse of a corpse, which are both felonies, after allegedly propping up the corpse of 80-year-old Douglas Lehman in their vehicle. Lehman, with whom the women lived in Ashtabula, about 50 miles from Cleveland, had passed away, and authorities claim that Furlow, Kasbaum, and a third person removed Lehman's body from his residence and then placed it in the front passenger seat of his vehicle. The trio then reportedly drove to a nearby bank, where the women had previously been allowed to withdraw money from Lehman's account as long as he accompanied them, the Smoking Gun reported. On March 4th, the women pulled up to the bank's drive-thru window, and despite Lehman being deceased, a teller apparently did not realize it and approved a $900 withdrawal. Police alleged that the women positioned Lehman in the car to be visible to the bank staff, facilitating the withdrawal. Afterward, Furlow and Castlebaum drove to Ashtabula County Medical Center, where they left Lehman's body without providing any information about him or themselves. Authorities identified the women and questioned them about the unusual incident. The father of the teenager responsible for the fatal shooting of 4 students at a Michigan high school had his jail communication privileges restricted due to, quote, threatening statements, as authorities announced on Thursday. James Crumbley, 47 years old, is currently facing trial on involuntary manslaughter charges in connection with the 2021 Oxford High School shootings, which happened near Detroit. The Oakland County Sheriff's Office stated that Crumbley's access to jail phone and electronic messages has been limited due to threatening statements made during these communications. Consequently, his communication is now restricted to just interactions with his lawyer, with no further details provided about the recipients of the alleged threatening statements, NBC News is reporting. Ethan Crumbley, who was 15 years old at the time, carried out the shooting on November 30th of 2021. Using a 9mm handgun purchased by his father 4 days earlier. 4 students lost their lives in the incident. Prosecutors argue that James Crumbley gave the semi-automatic Sig Sauer handgun to his son as a gift and failed to secure it properly or intervene to prevent the murders. The prosecution contends that he provided the gun despite knowing his son was socially isolated and experiencing significant distress. Crumbley's defense maintains that he was unaware of any danger posed by his son or of his access to the firearm.